All right, we're going to keep moving forward in learning about some of these wonderful digital applications that can support the work that we are doing around formative assessment, student engagement, and just really pushing the rigor in our classrooms. This is the application GoFormative.com, which is going to be part of our new learning as we try to really look for ways to make sure we know where our students at and to increase engagement. And to make sure that as we make decisions about pacing and what it is that students are working on day in, day out, that we have the most up to date understanding of that and finding ways to make that happen that are pretty, not very time consuming and something that we can collaborate on. Today, I want to focus on what it means to create your own new formative assessment. You can search for all kinds of assessments, and I can kind of demonstrate that. If I wanted to search for fractions, for instance, you can see right away it goes into its rich, and there are a lot, set of um, folders and tasks that have already been made by other educators. And we could go in and find whether it's a third or fourth or fifth grade fraction assessment that may be something we want to utilize. Let me just look here. I'm just going to go back up to the top. Adding and subtracting fractions. And we click on that. And then it just opens up. And again, these have been made by someone else. And you can go in and take a look at what the assessment has, how it's pointed out, and you can preview it and decide whether or not this might be a assessment that you want to use. That's totally fine. And then you can copy, you can see you actually can edit and do things with it. But someone else has gone to the trouble of starting it. But I want to focus our attention on what that, as we meet and collaborate as a team, what that would look like, knowing our students and where they at and where we are in the curriculum. So when I click on that, it takes me to just a blank screen where you can see that we're going to create a title for our assessment. I'm going to call it fourth grade fraction FA. We're in the editing piece of the process. You can assign and view responses and preview and all sorts and other things that we always share, make a copy, do all kinds of stuff. And then this bouncing around plus sign is how you know where to get started. Anything that lights up in the bold colors we have available for free. And then you can see there's some premium items that you might want to enjoy or might have the opportunity to enjoy if you were willing to pay for that or your building could. And then you can also see that you have the ability to upload your own content and then check out an item bank as well. Let's just quick look at a few of the options and look at what it looks like to set those up. So if I wanted to pick true false, notice it just kind of sets you up. It gives you a place to type your question, select which answer you would like. And notice if I get in here and decide I even want to change what I'm thinking, you aren't stuck with true or false. You can change right in on the screen. So let's say I want to ask about a vocabulary word. The word equivalent means the same as or equal to. So is that true or false? And in this case, I want that to be true. And I can mark that. I can determine how many points I want it to have. True or false, probably only going to be a 1 point, but you can make decisions about that if you would like. You can at any time click on the select standards if you want to make sure it has the standards embedded. You just come in here, and for our schools, it would be the Common Core State Standards. You could go into math, you could go into fourth grade. It has everything from the mathematical practices all the way to all the standards. And you can take a look at that as well. All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring up another. Let's go ahead and do a show your work. Now, let's say I actually want to type in a math problem, okay, which can be a little tedious. I mean, I could type 2/4 plus 1/4 equals here. It's a little messy. If you notice, we come over here, a lot of these are premium, but two things that are not is you can embed an image or math. Now, when you click on that, it gives you some ridiculous mathematical expression, but primarily just to show you what you can do. So you click on it, and we're just going to delete that out. And we can start creating our math problems so that they set up a little bit better. For instance, with a fraction, you not having to have it look so sideways. Okay. So you might want to go ahead and type 2. Let's see, where's my fraction? Oh, here we go. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I can fix that. 2/4. Get rid of the plus and 1/4. Oops, what did I just do? There we go. Oh, good heavens. 1/4. Oh, no. Back up. Now, see what I did? I made a mistake. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. You can fix that. Tab over equals. Okay, so it looks a little bit more legit, and you click done, and there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that up there. Okay, so your math questions you can create, you just have to click on the plus sign. And then this is going to be a work area that they have a chance to work on. Um, Multiple selection. Let's try that one. So this one is where you want to have them choose different than multiple choice where there's only one correct answer. A multiple selection would give you the opportunity for them to select many options. So if I wanted to say, please select all fractions that are equivalent to 1/2. And again, if I don't like the way that looks, I can click into my math again. I don't think I clicked it. There we go. And I could clean this out. And again, go ahead and do my 1/2. Okay, that I'm done. And I'm gonna, but when I'm gonna fix that. I don't like that. I wonder if you have to do that first. Let's do the math first and then we'll type in. I was hoping I could put the words in, but it wouldn't let me. Okay. So I'm gonna click on the fraction again, 1/2, done. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, won't it let me? No. Please check on all the fractions that are equivalent to, I don't know if I like that or not. Interesting. It won't let you put it up there. So maybe it would just be easier. See, I can learn along with everybody. Maybe have that there, maybe not. All right, so then you start putting in. So I might have 4/8, 2/3, 3/6, 3/4, 5/10. So let's say I put 5 in there and I want everything that's equivalent. So I would just go ahead and click on those that I would want them to choose and leave the other ones the way they are. All right, what haven't we done? Of course, a multiple choice is what you might imagine. In this case, there's only one right answer. So you might have some of the, or maybe let's do a difference. Difference of the following task is equal to, and maybe we'll embed a problem down here because I do like how that works. This time, let's do 4/5 minus 1/3. Done. Okay. And then we come down here and we have our answers. Okay. Of course, it would have helped if I would have created a problem that I knew the answer to off the top of my head. All right, but I can solve this very quickly. So 4/5 would be the same as 12/15. And 1/3 is the same as 5/15. So the answer, 12 minus 5, is 7/15. So maybe I put 6/13, 7/15, maybe 3/5, and 4/5. And then I mark my right answer. All right. So how are we at? Essay, short answer, probably what you would imagine. You can embed other things like a whiteboard for them to deal with. I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and remove that item. So let's say those are the 4 questions. Ooh, I want to go back and check points. 1 point for a true or false. I'm going to go ahead and make this show your work problem 2 points. And then maybe because I have 3 equivalents, I'm going to make that 3 points. You can see it's super easy to go in and make those adjustments, and 1 point for that one. Okay. If I want to preview it, I can go ahead and preview what the students would see. And so there you are. It tells you how many points it's worth. It shows how they're going to click to show their work and what that looks like. And then here's our questions. The circles let you know it's multiple choice. The squares let you know that there may be more than one answer. And then this takes them to a workspace that looks like this. And it has drawing tools, lines, shapes, images, typing, all kinds of things. Okay. So perfect. Oh, I just shut it. I'm going to have to find it. 4th grade fraction FA. All right, here we go. Okay, so I've got I previewed it. Now I'm going to assign it. And we can assign it to our Google Classroom. So I have a pretend Google Classroom practice class that I'm going to show. And you can assign it and assign and post to Google. And I'm going to go ahead and have it do that so I can make sure that my students can see it. Click on my account. And then ding, ding, you see that little lightning bolt that lets you know that things are going on. And then it gives you some join instructions. So there's a couple ways. You can post it in the Google Classroom. You can link it. You can embed it. You can just have this up on the board, just kind of like we did with our Pear Deck, joinpd.com, GoFormative.com, and then they get to click on that. I'm going to go ahead and post that in my Google Classrooms. Okay. So that I'm sure it gets there. As soon as you've done that, you're going to notice that it goes to view responses. It doesn't even ask you. Once it's assigned, it takes you there. And it can show you, I have one teacher friend who I asked if I could put in here for demonstration purposes. But when she comes in, she's got her answers to these 4 questions will start dropping in. And if we had multiple names, they would fill in along the blank. Okay. And you have some choices about settings. You can force a student to submit if they have not, and you can even close an assignment so it isn't open for students to even work on anymore. You can sort them, you can do percentages, you can export it out into spreadsheets or Google Sheets. All right. There we go. This is what we're going to begin to work on and use to help us better know how to reach our students and engage them in the work that is best for them.